Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to my live um, stream. Again, I am live streaming between YouTube and Facebook, and welcome to my channel and my page. And my name is Rosalie. If you haven't met me, I come here live almost every week now, and I'm finding it very easy to inspire to be inspired because I'm getting a lot of thumbs up. I'm getting a lot of hearts. I'm getting a lot of comments from people, and also I'm getting a lot of there people are checking out my website, and they're asking me some questions about my business, so we'll cover the business later on. But first of all, we I wanted to greet you everyone. Have a happy Tuesday, and I have planned to come here today, and I thought it will be really sunny so I can have more lighting, but it didn't go my way. It started raining and it's really cold, so I couldn't really go outside. So I decided to, just continue on with I have planned today, and I do have a ring light. I do have lights um, right here, so I think people can see me. So if you have some comments, do not hesitate to just type in your comments there, and I'll try to answer because I can see them. So yeah, so our main focus today is calm. So that is the best example today. I'm planning to come on today to do a go live or live stream, and I thought that it would be really nice and sunny, so I don't need a lot of lighting, but it didn't go my way, right? So it's weather related. So what do I do? What I normally do on things like this is I turn on my lighting, I turn on my ring light, and I just go on with my with what I plan to do, which is this streaming over here with you. And I wanted to express um, calming methods, how we can help ourselves in our everyday life or in our business or our work or with our family or any aspect of your life, because I think the main ingredient to a lot of things is calm. You know how we get really, people say to us, calm down, I'll explain to you, or calm down, let me express myself, or let me explain further why did I do such things. So there's a lot of events in our life that we get really frustrated and angry, and we just kind of wanted to blurt out what how we feel. We wanted to express our thoughts to someone, or express how our frustration to other people, which a lot of times does not really go well, because when we express more of our feelings and anger and frustration, we tend to say things that are not really nice, or we don't really mean it. And a lot of times when we say things, we can't take it back. So a lot of people are hurt by what we said. So in any event, what I learned is calm down. Like a lot of times too, when my husband and I we sort of like discuss about something, I take a deep breath and calm down if I don't like what he said. And then sometimes I would ask myself, maybe I need to entertain that thought, right? Because so many times we are in our idea, or sometimes we are on our um, train of thoughts, that we think our idea or our thoughts is better than the other person, which not necessarily true all the time, because we are always when we think of something, we act on it. We don't think, we don't realize that maybe there's other factors that we forgot to think about, that maybe it's going to affect what we're going to do in our family, or our decisions in the next few days or few weeks. So in any event, we need to calm down, or we need to think about it several times before we even start acting up on it. So in in some ways, we what in my personal situation or personal experience, I tend to because I'm home, I'm doing my I'm handling my business by myself every day. There's nobody home. My kids, they go to work. My husband comes home after 5 o'clock. Then I get really excited to tell him, hey, you know what? I have this idea, and I think it's gonna be a good, a good thing that this is what we're gonna do next week, or this is what I'm gonna do with my business and stuff like that. And my husband always listen to me, and he's always quiet. Dennis is always quiet, and he just tries to take it in, and I'm like, no reaction. And then he would say, no, I'm listening, so keep going, keep going. And he has the better part of me, that he's the thinker, and I am the one who's going to give the idea. But a lot of times he would agree to me, but he would say, I think it's best if you do it in a different way. I mean, the execution can be better if you do it this way. So then I would be like, okay, so what do you think I would do next? And he would give me such ideas. Like, he would say to me that, I think you should not do it today. I think you should do it on this time, or maybe wait until the end of the day before you do it, and at least you got all your results, and before you can actually blurt it out, and then later on you would say, I made a mistake. So oftentimes I would bring it to him, to his attention, and I already know now that he would say to me if it's a good fit to do that action or not, right? So another thing is, okay, let me write down so that I know what I already talked about. So, and the other thing is, when we find, well, or when we look for result in whatever we're doing, we often tag our action by a reward. What I mean to say is, um, you must have seen a lot of people in the social media, like what I do. A lot of people do a lot of different businesses, but we are sort of like similar in one way. Um, how similar? We always show results. Okay, so a lot of people, when they say result, they think of reward. Um, People, they say, or business people would say, this is what my business is, and stuff like that. And we help people grow. We help people um, pay their mortgages. We help people supplement their income. We help people buy their new car, buy a new home, or go for a nice vacation and stuff like that. So we are on a material mode. We always think about, oh yeah, results are often associated with rewards in a material mode. Not all the time, because a lot of times, um, before you can even get to the point of success, you need to change. And change is a very hard action, or hard um, what do you call, gateway to a lot of things that you're going to do in your life, because you don't know anything yet right now before you even start something like a project, or a job. Anytime that you have to start with something, you have to start to become a beginner. You need to learn, because you cannot learn when you already know, right? So a lot of times, when we're doing something, we associate ourselves with material rewards. And some people, they like doing that. Sometimes they are more comfortable doing that, or maybe that's their goal. Maybe the reason why I did the business is because I wanted to buy a new car because my car is damaged, or my car is going to be good only for the next week, and the mechanic told me that I need a brand new vehicle. So we tend to associate everything that we do to material mode, or to material rewards. But in some cases, there are people who likes to um, enrich their life, right? So there's other motivation, there's inspiration, and they use this type of thing to enrich their life. And how do they do that? Because a lot of people, they don't really say their relationship in their family, or with their husband or their spouses, or in their community. But there are people who would say that I am successful in this business, or I am successful in my in my life, or in my career. How do you do that? I don't see anything. So being you as an audience, I haven't seen you and buy anything. I didn't see you with a brand new Louis Vuitton. I didn't see you with a brand new house that, compared to her, she bought a new house, she bought a new vehicle, she moved to a nicer community. But there are some people who tends to associate this reward in their emotional life, and they tend to be a better person. They use this, they use what they learn, they use what they go through, they use their experience to enrich their life, to hope for a better business, so that they can handle their emotional state whenever they're doing their business, or associating with other people, or just like what my business does. I help people start their own online business. I also need to mentor them, I need to coach them. So for me to be able to help someone to get to that level, I need to learn those things, I need to be in the know, so that I can share those things. I can't say to them that here is a brand new car, now your life is changed. It doesn't work that way, because for you to learn something in this new world that we know, especially after this last 2 years, things have changed. And there's so many people who are lost, and they think that, a lot of things are going to be um, better, and gonna go back to the same way that we are. But actually, it is the contrary, because it's au contraire. That's what they say. It's a lot different, because we have to learn a new structure and a new landscape in our life these days. So yeah, so we cannot tag everything to material stuff. There are other things that you can shift your richness, your blessings into your life. And a lot of times, they are more rewarding, and they are more enriching, and they are more you find more satisfying. Okay, because rewards and satisfaction is all internal, not external. Because a lot of things too, this is just also with my experience with my children. Okay, in the past, when they were small, when they were still babies or toddlers, we would go to the store, and they would see, for example, we go to Walmart, and they would see a lot of toys, right? And this is in the earlier part of our me being a parent. They would get some stuff like, let's say, Mom, I want this. Well, they would cry in the store. They um they would find a toy that they like, and then we would come home, and I would buy it. You know what? But next thing you know, it's going to be in the corner. No one's going to play with it. Where are my children? My children are beside me in the kitchen. They are helping me. They want to use the peeler. They wanted to use the spoon. They want to use the spatula. and they want to copy me. So, you know what? And this happened so many times. We bought them toys while we were at Walmart or Toys R Us, but once we get home, they don't play with it anymore. So there are some material stuff that does not really give you the satisfaction. You can have the most money in the world. You can have all the you can have the biggest car, the biggest, the shiniest vehicle around, but you don't have the satisfaction. You gotta have your goal lined up with or your goal lined up with what you really wanted in your life, right? But I'm sure everybody wants nice stuff. I want nice stuff too. I want nice things. I want I want a nice I want to reward myself sometimes with a nice purse or shoes. But it also depends on the type of satisfaction I'm going to get from all these things. So if I have several shoes from the past years, why do I need a brand new shoes? Right? So I'm going to use a different reward for other things. So to enrich my life, to help my life, my everyday living, and live a better life. So the next one is um, this is very interesting. Internal gratitude. Okay, so internal gratitude is also not just saying thank you, but also gratitude means you are appreciating what you have than what you don't have. So it helps us a lot when we think about um I do have a lot of things like I do have water, I do have clean water. Okay, I do have a phone. Okay, and I do have a nice computer. And if I focus my attention on being grateful to what I have instead of thinking what she has, what does my neighbor have, or looking outside the window that, oh, that person has better car or a better purse, or hers is yellow, why is why did I pick green? Then I'm going to go to the store and start looking, or go online and start looking for a green purse or whatever. We have to think about internal gratitude, meaning we have to be thankful for the blessings that we had, the blessings that we received every day. It can be anything. Just like, think about how air moves us, wind moves us, because it supplements our living. We live and we are able to function in our life because of these natural resources, the things that we don't see and see, but it's there for us in so many ways. Like, I'm be thirsty, I need water. I am thankful for that water that helped me speak more, right? So, there's a lot of things that help us in our everyday living, but we tend to underestimate or take for granted, right? There's also quietness in our life that sometimes something is going on, but you know what? I'd like to keep this time to myself and just focus on things that maybe, I wanted to have a better dinner tonight, serve something different for my family. There's so many things that you can focus your attention because you are grateful because of your internal gratitude. Okay, so the next one is uh, behavior. Okay, so again, behavior is something that we can um, show other people that we are worthy of their respect, or worthy of their friendship, or worthy of their time. So a lot of a lot of times when we are frustrated, we can yell, scream, or say some swear words because it feels good. because it gratifies our feeling. It's rewarding our negativity, uh, because it feels good to swear, right? And you just say it. But the receiving part, people are like, I don't like, I don't like I don't like it when people are swearing at me, not really, talking nicely. So it sometimes we spread that kind of negativity because of our behavior, because we do not have a control of what we think. And sure, you know what, everyone gets frustrated and everyone gets angry, and also other people makes you angry, right? But when we think about mindfulness, we need to calm again. We need to calm down and think, um, is this the right time to be angry? And I've read somewhere where it says that when you're angry, do not speak, do not talk, or do not even talk to anyone, because you need to calm down first. And they think people, when we're angry, we are focused, our mind is focused, we are focused like in your phone you focus on that thing itself, just like a portrait. But when we open our mind, we see everything, right? We see nice things, we see a lot of things. So what I learned also is, when you can't find something, right? If you're looking for, let's say you're looking for a pen, and it's right there on top of your nose, and you don't see it, you know what you should do? Cover your ears, cover both of your ears, and in a second you will find it. Because also there's a prime factor about your hearing that also expands, right, your the way you think and the way you see things. This is not your eyes, this is your ears, but it will help. So guarantee you, if you're looking for something and it's right there in front of you and you can't see it, cover your ears and you will find it quickly. So, and that is guaranteed. I come back to me if you didn't find it. If it was, it should be right in front of your nose. Okay, so the other thing is how to combat frustration is taking a deep breath to calm down. Okay, this is really tricky because you know how when you're crying, and this is I don't know this. I have learned this just this week. Okay. Um, when you're crying and you're grasping for air because you cried and you cried so much and you're running out of breath and you're running out of air, and you go like this, you know and I know that, like you can't breathe, and this is a natural effect. This is a coping mechanism of your body. Okay, let me drink again. So two in inhale and one exhale. It releases your carbon dioxide, and it calms your brain. And so in the event that you're crying, and this is a fact, I cried so many times when I was young because I was angry. People got mad at me, or my parents I got told by my parents, and I didn't like it, and I'm just like ready to cry, and I cried and I cried and I cried, and I got to the point where I can't breathe anymore, and my body goes like this, like that, like two breathe in, two inhale, one exhale. Feel it. So let's do it. Let's do it right now. You go. Can't you feel it? So there's this tingling sensation in your body that releases the calming effect in yourself. And you know how when you cry, you just calm down after that? And then when your parents told you when you were young, are you done crying? Are you ready to talk now? Right? It is a natural effect in our body, and we just don't know it. But I learned it this week that it is a coping mechanism, and it's also a healing effect in our body to breathe. Sometimes you may be so frustrated that you might need to do it 2 or 3 times um, in this particular event that you are so frustrated and angry, but it will help, right? So do not forget to inhale, one exhale, and you will feel the sensation in your body that you are calming down. So, and the next part is, um, what's the next one? Okay, now attitude, right? Our attitude is, human. We always say, oh, I'm just human, I'm just like anyone else. I'm just the same as you. I'm same as that person there. But when our attitude, we tend to say to ourselves, it doesn't work, I'm gonna quit. It doesn't work, I'm gonna stop doing this, right? Because again, you tagged yourself into a external reward because you're looking for something that it hasn't happened, and it's not moving. It's not, you're not gaining that momentum that you wanted, right? So focus on something. Okay, focus on something that um, will help you to change an option, to give you another option to work it out. So when we think of something to this is kind of like tricky because um so let's say for business people, okay, my Facebook doesn't work, my YouTube doesn't work, my Google doesn't work, right? um if we think of something, another option to make it work, there are other options out there, but because we're so cloudy, because we're so frustrated, and we could not think right. So again, um, number one, take a deep breath, calm down, and think of other options that you may not have thought this through yet, or you may not have entertained the thought. So there are other things like, post every day, once a day, post twice a day, every 5 hours, 6 hours. And for people, normally I'm working on my project, it's not working out right. It's not um it's it's not um um, I'm not having this focus. I'm not having this time that I am actually getting any result, right? Our attitude sometimes is because we want a quick fix to everything, because we want a quick result. Although there are times that you need to trust the process, you need to trust the timing, and do not take for granted the power of the process and the timing. Because sometimes when you are just right there and you're so focused on being frustrated and angry, and you don't know how to alleviate that anger in you, then you are more to um, not to get the result that you wanted. But if you calm down and focus on something, and then propel yourself, use that as a leverage to keep that strength going in you, right? So it can be like, for me, for myself, um, I use different therapy. Okay, I don't go to to a therapy session, but my therapy is cooking, my therapy is baking, my therapy can be cleaning, and the therapy can be gardening. So I did gardening yesterday, and it does help me, and my time just passed by. And at the end of the day, I sat there outside in my patio, and I just think of, wow, I have accomplished a lot of things. So if you look at my Facebook page, I posted some of the creation I did. I curated. Okay, I feel so blessed, and I feel so happy and grateful that I have created something really beautiful outside my small backyard. And, for so many years, we live here, and I just don't even look outside. number one, there's so many bugs. Number two, when it gets sunny, it's so hot in here in Edmonton, and I just hate it. But you know what? I learned the thought of understanding the things that I cannot change. And I also learned to entertain some thoughts that maybe there's another thing that I can do, another option to use that propeller to leverage while I'm there, bring myself up, love what I'm doing. And then that will take me to my next project, which is my business. So also, I do not take for granted the time that I am quiet, because I I get to do things that I don't do when I have a business. When my business is running and it's crazy, and I'm dealing with Australia, New Zealand, UK, UAE, I could not look at those things, right? But let me show you what I also did. This is right in front of my dining table. I created this, right? And I just ran out of things to I see there's still some barcodes in there. But you know what? I ran out of pots yesterday, and I said, you know what? I have a little clay sort of like plate. So I wanted to put some rocks in here, and just to leave it like this. Sometimes things are better simple, and sometimes things are better they are. You just need to put little things around it, so it will become really pretty. So sometimes simplicity is just like the solution to a lot of stuff, and it's just like, remove the clutter in your brain. So I have three different tropical plants here. Yet I don't know what is their name. Um, so I guess this is part of a succulent family. It's called succulent rainbow. But when I went to the garden store, to the nursery, it's part of the tropical. So I guess, yeah, because succulent loves sun. So anyway, yeah, like, in that same thought, use that little things to leverage your attitude, or your life, or your project, or whatever, and keep you there, and then keep the momentum until you're ready to face your biggest project. So yeah, so those are the things that I also learned from reading and listening. And I go to YouTube a lot, because I listen to other people's teachings. And sometimes, and the ones that I've been telling you are the ones that I have proven to myself, because I I also have experiences like that, and I'm like, wow, 50 years old. I am 50 and still learning. So, you know, we're never too late to learn new things, and different ways of living, and different understanding to things, and different ways of handling our life, and our reaction to things in our life, and to people, and to just basically our everyday situations. So yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to share with you today. That's why I wanted to come on and get all these things. I only have, see, if I'm in the mood, and if I'm in the mood, I only have one page that I have, one and a half page that I have taken note to share with you every day, today. And because I'm in the mode, because I used my leverage yesterday to calm down, right? To I used my time yesterday to better look into a better to what do you call this? So, a more positive way of handling myself, because you and I both know that we are not perfect, and there's so many things in our life that affects our daily living, and the way we treat other people. So I hope you guys learned something today, and I hope that my sharing to you guys will be useful to whatever you are taking today, or your next project, or even your life, or your family life, or your spouse, or something like that. Okay, so have a great day, guys. And again, tonight is our webinar. Do not forget to register if you haven't done so. Please check out our webinar, that where I have grown so much. And this is the reason why also I have some things that I shared about my internal satisfaction and my internal richness, because I have learned so many things, the personal development and stuff like that in my business, and um, a lot happier in my life. You know, a year ago, let me share with you, a year ago, I was always, I something happened in my life that made me very, very sad, and kind of like, got me into the brink of sadness, and uh, what do you call this? Depression. I got really depressed last year, but I fought, and I fought so hard. And that time, you need to focus on the good things that happens in our life. So I hope I brought you some joy today, and I brought you some lessons today. And if you have time to check out our webinar, www.rosalielivemarketing.com, and I will send you an email for the access to the exclusive webinar tonight. And do not forget to save your spot, reserve your spot right now. Okay, so thanks everyone. And that below me, there's the time tonight, 5 o'clock PST. And so check us out. Okay, so stay blessed, everyone. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys around.